Hello everyone. You guys are welcome back. Today's class I want to show us how to make a bumper jacket. Very easy. Very easy. So now I'm using this lining to cut first before I transfer it to the main fabric. So this is about 1.5 inch for the zip at the front. The zip is going to be at the front, so this is the shoulder. Just slant your shoulder with about 2 inches. You slant the shoulder with about 2 inches. This is the shoulder measurement divided by 2. Then the armhole here is around the armhole length here is around 8 inches because I'm making for a bigger person, but it's not going to be long. So the length here is 23. Now the jacket length is going to be 23 inches. So it's just as if you're cutting a basic body pattern. So this is the bust. The bust is 53 divided by 4. So whatever you measure here on the bust is what I'm going to measure on the waistline also. Just add about 1 inch allowance. Because it's for a bigger person, that was why I used 8 inches for the armhole length. So that's that about the front. So now cutting the back, you're just going to trace out the same shape. You're just going to trace out the same shape, both the front and the back. You know, the zip is already going to be at the front, so there is no need to put that same allowance at the back. So now cutting out the neckline, this is going to be 2.5 inches. That's the width. Then the depth is going to be 4.5 inches. 4.5 inches. Then the back just come down with about 1 inch. Then you make them equal like this. So this armhole, that's the front part, just dip in the front part with about half of an inch. Just like this. Just dip in the front part with half of an inch. So this is my armhole circumference measurement, which is 22. So now I am going to, for clarification, I'm going to open this place so that you know that this is for zip allowance. You can easily notch it so that you won't get confused. You can equally notch it. So now I'm going to transfer it to the main fabric. So this is it. Depending on how thick you want it, if you like, you can gum your fabric with interface, maybe probably ST, just to make it thicker. Then you can equally just leave it this way, since we already gummed the lining. So now all we have left here now is just to start the coupling. Just 1 inch, you're going to join straight, no any kind of shape, just half inch. Then the shoulder, half of an inch, then you just join. It is the same thing you're going to do on the main fabric. That is the same thing you're going to do on the main fabric. So now this is it. I've already joined the sides and the shoulder. The same thing on the fabric. Then you iron it very well. You iron it very well. So now this is my elastic band. This is my elastic band. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to fold this into two. I'm going to fold this into two. So whatever I have here, I'm going to minus like 8 to 10 inches. So this 28, unfold like that is 28. So this is my elastic here is 21. So I'm going to make it 20. So definitely I'm still going to remove 1 inch of the elastic band. It shouldn't be too long and it shouldn't be too tight. So I'm going to add 5 inches of Ankara here. That's Ankara print. So I'm going to make this 20, just like I said. The whole length of this stuff is what I measured just now was 28. So I'm going to remove 8 inches. Then this my band will now be 20. That is minus 8 inches. That is unfold. The band is going to be unfold, so don't get it twisted. So you want the elastic to be too tight, as well. I'm removing the 8 inches. So now, just like I said earlier, the front part is going to have 5 inches of Ankara fabric there. So unfold, this is 2.5 inches. So I'm also going to do the same thing here, 2.5 inches unfold. So now definitely this part you are going to gum it. You're going to gum it with paper stay or probably a stay. So this is it, I've already gum it. So you're going to cut into two like that, because this is 10 inches. So you're going to sew here, just so it's cut off of an inch. You do the same thing on this other side. So this is it, I've already sewn it. Already sewn it. So you're going to open this one like this, and just sew it about half of an inch. You're going to do the same thing on this side, just with half of an inch. So that's that. You're going to open and iron this way. Then fold them into two so that you can iron it very well. So that's that about the band. At the base of the jacket, this is going to be at the base of the jacket. So this is folded into two, you are going to notch. So now on the main fabric, that is the down part, you are going to fold into two. You're going to fold into two equal parts like this. Then you are going to notch the middle of it. So now this place you notch on the elastic. You're going to sew, but make sure when you're sewing it, you're drawing it. Just make sure it's equal. You can usually just use office pin to just tag them down, but just make sure you drag it and both of them are equal. So you do the same thing on both sides. So this is the outcome of it. You can see the outcome of it. So you just iron it. Just iron it a bit. You don't need to stretch the elastic much. You don't need to stretch it that much. So now that was that about the down part of the jacket. So the next thing now is to fix the zip. Next thing is to fix the zip. Don't forget the allowance we left out while cutting the jacket. So this is how you're going to place your zip. You make sure the zip doesn't go beyond the jacket. Just equal like this. Don't go beyond the jacket. So this is it about the zip. And there are two ways in which you can easily fix this zip. You can decide to just sew it from outside so that your threading will show. Then you can still do it this way. I know we don't have problem fixing the zip. That's why I didn't show the process of fixing it. But just the normal way of fixing zips. So now this is the neckline measurement, which is 10 inches. So now this is going to be on fold. This is going to be on fold. So depending on how wide you want the collar, but at least just 1.5 or probably 2 inches is okay. So I measured 10, so I'm going to make it 8. I'm going to make it 8 instead of that 10. You know, this is this elastic stretches, so I'm not going to make it exactly 10. You know, I got 10 inches when I measured the round neck, so this one now on fold, I'm making it 8 inches. So which is 16. That means the round neck measurement is 20, then this collar here is 16. You can see the way I'm cutting it. Let's cut it this way. You know, it stretches, so by the time you're fixing, it's still going to be. So now this is it. Just fold it into 2. Fold the neckline into 2 also, then you notch. So this one you notch, you place on each other. So just sew with about half of an inch, then you start stretching the collar. Just stretch the collar a bit so that to get to the end of the neckline. And when you get to the end of the neckline, you're just going to end it there. You can see the way I did mine. Just make sure you end it there. Just twist it a bit, then you make sure you end it there. That collar, it's elastic, so it's an elastic, so you can do whatever you like with it, but don't do unnecessary things. Just turn the head a bit so that you start your sewing there. Okay, you know, we didn't turn the edge of the elastic, so you're going to twist it so that the starting point there will be sharp. You can see the way it is. It's just as simple as this. Just as simple as this. So what we're going to do now is to use the lining to. So this is the center of the neck line on the lining. Then on the down part, you're going to fold into 2. So open up the zip. Just the same thing we did. You're going to sew it half of an inch. You're going to sew it straight. So the way, make sure when you're sewing, you are drawing it. You know, elastic is already there, so as you are sewing, you are drawing the down one so that they will be equal. So when you get to somewhere here, you're going to stop. You leave about 2 inches there, and you stop. Just the same thing here. You know, because we already fixed the zip, we'll not be able to sew it all through. So that's why you just leave about 2 inches, then you start your sewing. So that's that. So this is the neck part. Put this notched place together. Still going to do the same thing, just sew with about half of an inch. You know, elastic has already drawn the fabric a little bit, so when you're sewing like this, you have to draw the fabric and make sure it's equal with the lining. You know, nothing draws the lining, so just make sure the fabric is the fabrics and the lining are equal. So when you get to this zip side, just climb a little bit, you turn, then you sew it down. Meanwhile, if you're turning that front, that zip part, make sure you are sewing on that zip. Make sure you're sewing on that zip, not the zip mouth exactly, but the zip body. Just make sure you tag it down. So this is it. After when you turn, this is what it's going to give you. That 2 inches we're not able to sew, just put hemming gum to tag it down, or you probably stitch on it. That's that about the fixing the lining. You can see the way it is. I've not really ironed it very well. Take your time, you iron it both front and back. You iron it very well. You can see the inside. You can see how it is. So that's that about the body. So now cutting the sleeve. Just like I said, for a bigger person, the armhole is around 24 inches. So just fold your fabric 12 inches wide. 12 inches wide. So just measure your 5 inches the way we usually do to get your armhole curve. So this is 12 inches here, which is 24 inches in circle. 17 inches for the sleeve length. 17 inches for the sleeve length. And 15 inches for the round sleeve. Just connect to the armhole circumference. So this is it. So since the round sleeve is 15 inches, that means the elastic is going to be around 10 or 11 inches. Just like I said, you know, I said this elastic stretches. So this is it. So you're going to fold it. By the time you stretch it, it will contain that 15 inches. So this elastic here is 11 inches, which is 5.5. 5.5. So this is it. You're just going to sew it with about cut off an inch like this. Then you're going to do your turning to fold it on double. That's it, double it this way. This is it. You fold it into half. And you make sure they are equal. So now leaving your sleeve, this is the bad face. You won't turn your sleeve yet after sewing. Just fix this one inside. You're going to sew it about half of an inch. Then you're going to start stretching it. Start drawing the elastic when you're fixing. So after that, you just fix it on your what is it called, the armhole. Then our jacket is ready. You can see how beautiful it is. Simple and beautiful. Simple and beautiful. You can see the way it is. So that's that about this. Please don't forget to share and subscribe. See you guys next time.